Our story. 3. Body problem starts in China during 1966, a year when the country is going through big changes called the Cultural Revolution. People are leaving old traditions behind because the leader, the president, thinks it's time for new ideas. In this chaos, a professor who teaches traditional physics faces a harsh situation. A group of young people decide he shouldn't teach anymore, and they end his career during a heated meeting, all witnessed by his daughter, Ye Wenjie. She sees everything. Fast forward to London in 2024. Something strange is happening. There are rumors that something strange is messing with physics. Even the smartest scientists are confused, and some are so upset that they give up on life. Big projects that were supposed to advance the future are now paused, and the government isn't helping. That's when Dashi, a clever agent from British intelligence, steps in. He's at a scientist's house, who is near death. Dashi finds a countdown of numbers and a scary note on the wall. I can still see it. The situation is grim. The scientist didn't just die by suicide. He has knife wounds and had pulled out his own eyes. Elsewhere, in a lab, a scientist named Saul is trying to figure out why his experiments are not making sense anymore. He wonders if he made a mistake, or if something big has changed worldwide. While thinking about this, Saul talks to a colleague who is involved in a big experiment. Suddenly, she falls into a deep hole and dies. After learning about her death, Dashi decides to watch Saul and other scientists more closely. He thinks another scientist might be the next target of this unknown killer. Dashi, the sharp detective, notices that scientists involved in big projects often die in strange ways. In his investigation, he first meets Jin, who is busy studying something called the multidimensional field. Then there's Augie, a scientist at a large company who made an extremely thin microfiber, even thinner than a human hair. Both Jin and Augie are confused by the same question: why are scientists dying? Additionally, all the new formulas they've created using physics rules are now not working. During their discussions, something weird happens. Augie sees a countdown in golden light, but when she asks Jin about it, he sees nothing. This bothers Augie a lot. The next day, when she meets Jin again, she shares that she keeps seeing these golden countdowns that no one else can see. The whole group of scientists gathers to discuss this, but they can't figure out why only Augie sees the countdown. Things escalate when Augie, stressed and needing some air, steps outside the hotel and meets a mysterious girl. The girl, while sharing a cigarette with Augie, mentions she knows about the golden countdown Augie sees. Shocked, Augie listens as the girl, named Tatiana, reveals a shocking truth. When the countdown ends, Augie will face the same fate as the last scientist who died. Desperate for answers, Augie asks who she is. Tatiana tells her to stop working on the microfiber project to avoid danger. Although unsure, Augie listens to Tatiana's advice to look at the sky the next night. The universe will give her a sign. True to Tatiana's words, the next day at midnight, Augie and Saul sit outside, watching the sky. As they look up, the stars start to blink together, as if showing some kind of cosmic message. Here, Saul writes down a strange code from the stars, while Augie realizes that this code is the same as the countdown she's been seeing. The next day is important at the office. It's the launch day for her microfiber project. With just a minute left on her countdown, Augie runs to her boss and tells him to stop the project. Amazingly, as soon as the project stops, her countdown stops too. This surprising moment makes Augie think deeply. She realizes that the other scientists who died were also told to stop their research, and when they didn't, they died in accidents. But now, Augie has big questions. Who is behind this? Who doesn't want people to make new technology? And what strange power could be changing the rules of physics? The story moves to Jin, who goes to her mother's house after another scientist dies. There, the scientist's mother gives her an advanced helmet that she made. Jin takes the helmet home and tries it on, finding herself in a virtual reality world. This isn't just any virtual game. It feels very real, where she can touch and feel people. Worried by how real it feels, Jin takes off the helmet, and the next day, she shows it to her friend Jack. She explains that the helmet is way ahead of today's technology, and she can't understand how it was made. Curious, they both wear the helmet to check out more of its features. They find themselves in a virtual reality where strange disasters happen, extreme heat that could dry people out, endless cold storms, and even places where gravity doesn't work right. In this tough virtual world, the people have adapted in odd ways. They can dry themselves and go into a sleep mode, soaking up moisture and coming back to life when the weather gets better. In the virtual game, Jin and Jack need to find out why the temperature on the virtual planet changes so fast and so much. Both are smart scientists, and they start working on it right away. They find out that the planet is special. It doesn't have just one sun like Earth, but 3. These suns follow the same path, and when they line up, the planet gets extremely hot. With this finding, Jin and Jack finish the first level of the game. In the next level, they face a puzzle that even famous scientists like Isaac Newton had tried to solve in the game. The 3-body problem, which here means the 3 suns going around the planet. They learn that past scientists tried to solve this using a computer made just for this tough puzzle. But Jin and Jack figure out that the 3-body problem can't be solved. Right after they come to this conclusion, a girl shows up, agrees with them, and tells them they've finished level 2. She hints that if they can beat the 3rd level, they'll get to meet the person who made this complicated game. Then, the story takes us back to an important scene in China. The military has taken the professor's daughter, Ye Wenjie, and first made her do hard work. Later, noticing her scientific skills from an article she wrote, they move her to a secret base. At this base, Ye Wenji finds a huge device built by the Chinese to send messages into space. The goal, to try to contact any advanced alien civilizations and invite them to communicate with Earth. After working on some calculations, the military realizes their transmitter isn't strong enough to send signals to faraway planets. But they find out that if they aim the transmitter at the sun, the signals could be stronger and reach way beyond Earth. 8 years later, they finally get a reply from space. The message is shocking. The aliens tell humans that if they want to keep their planet and its people safe, they should never try to contact them again, as it would end up destroying human society. Ye Wenji, upset with how humans are treating Earth, sees this as a chance. She thinks that humans are slowly ruining the planet. In her reply to the aliens, she asks them to come and take over Earth, promising to help them save it from more human harm. Back to the present, Augie is at a presentation for her project, explaining it to an audience. The event goes well, but suddenly, her countdown timer starts again, which scares her. She quickly tells her team to stop the project. Meanwhile, Dashi gives a high-tech helmet to his boss. This helmet isn't just any helmet. It lets people go into virtual reality and connects right to the neurons in the human brain. Dashi thinks that the helmet was made by someone looking for smart and skilled people, as it appears to test their abilities. After the presentation, Dashi comes up to Augie with an important question. Why did you stop your project? His voice shows he's both curious and in a hurry. Augie, very worried by what's been happening, feels she must tell everything to Dashi. She tells him, I know it sounds hard to believe, but I see countdowns. Whenever I keep working on that project, the countdown starts. And when it ends, I think I will die. A girl warned me about this. Dashi listens carefully and comforts her. Don't worry, I totally believe you. He then shows her a video, pointing out something important. The girl you were sitting with outside the hotel. She's been removed from this video using high-tech AI. But you know what's strange? You didn't light your own cigarette, which means someone else was really there. That's why I believe your story. Dashi shares his own worries with Augie. I'm also confused about how someone can change the laws of physics and why someone would want to stop new technology by hurting scientists. He asks Augie to help him look for more answers. The story then moves to Jin and Jack, who, after beating the 3rd level of their virtual game, finally meet its maker. To their surprise, the creator is Tatiana, the same girl Augie met but who couldn't be seen in the video. Tatiana explains why she made the helmets. These were made to find the smartest people in the world. She admits that the world they saw in the game is real. There's a real planet 4 light years away, with 3 suns. Just like in the game, what you went through in virtual reality is what the people there have actually experienced. She also says that the aliens have been talking to her through the helmet. Interestingly, the aliens have changed their look to appear human, which makes it easier for them to talk to people on Earth and to be understood better. Tatiana tells Jin and Jack that over time, the aliens have found out their planet is going to be destroyed because of the unstable paths of its 3 suns. They need to find a new home to survive. This discovery made them look for Earth and they started their journey in thousands of spaceships. It will take them 400 years to get here. Tatiana explains that these aliens, called the Santi, are reaching out to smart humans to get Earth ready for their arrival. They want to make sure that humans and Santi can live together peacefully. This task is being done by a secret group that works for the aliens, and Tatiana is part of this group. She admits that their methods include holding back Earth's technology and even getting rid of scientists to keep humanity from becoming too strong for the Santi when they arrive. Jack is very upset when he hears this. He can't believe they would turn against humans to help the aliens. Angry, he leaves, while Jin, interested, decides to work with Tatiana. Soon after, Jin gets invited to a party where she will meet the leader of this secret group. The story then goes back to a past event with Wenji, who had sent the aliens an invitation to Earth, including where the planet is, without others knowing. At the Chinese military base, Wenji meets a billionaire named Mike. They both think humans are harming Earth and believe that if the aliens control humans, the planet might be better off. Convinced they are doing the right thing, Mike helps Wenji leave China for America, while Mike, a billionaire with lots of money, bought several big ships and fitted them with large antennas to keep talking to the aliens. He and his team worked in secret, giving the aliens detailed information about Earth. The story then moves to the present, where Jack, after leaving Tatiana's office, goes home. Unexpectedly, Tatiana follows him. She tells Jack something scary. Any scientist who isn't with us doesn't deserve to live. With those words, she kills Jack and disappears from the security camera footage. After hearing about Jack's death, Jin feels she might be helping the wrong side. She decides to tell everything to Dashi and her boss, including her meetings with Tatiana and the plans of the Santi aliens. Knowing it's risky to leave Tatiana's group, Jin wants to escape. Dashi tells her to stay in the group secretly to get more information. He says they need her to help stop the secret group that's calling the aliens to Earth. Catching the group's leader could solve everything. The story goes back in time to Wenji and Mike setting up their communication antennas years earlier. Back in the present, an older Mike keeps sending updates to the aliens about human progress over the last 50 years. His group has gotten a lot bigger. One day, Mike tells the aliens that humans often lie, making the aliens think they can't trust humans, which makes living together harder. In a surprising twist, Wenji goes to a cult meeting because Dashi asked her to, only to find out the group's leader is the mother of a friend who had died. An unexpected truth since this woman is actually Wenji. Now older, Wenji speaks to a large group, strongly arguing that humans are harsh and the Santi aliens are better. She declares that the aliens will arrive in 400 years, and by then, Earth must be ready and controlled, making sure humans are not advanced enough to be a threat. During her talk, the police suddenly come in and arrest everyone there. Tatiana sees Jin being taken by the police, realizing that Jin has turned against them. Angry, Tatiana shoots at the police and Jin, causing a mess. Even with the gunfire, the police catch Wenji and others, while Dashi bravely saves Jin. Tatiana, however, gets away. Dashi finds out during his investigation that Wenji's group can still talk to the aliens using ships that are out in international waters, where no country's laws can reach them. To stop this, Dashi and his boss make a plan to destroy the ship and get the data being sent to the aliens. They ask Augie to use his super thin and very strong nanofiber technology again. With the nanofiber, they set a trap near an island. They put a net made of nanofibers in a strategic spot to catch the ship. As the ship passes through the net, it quietly breaks into pieces, destroying it and sadly killing everyone on board, including Mike, who wanted to protect the data. Now with the ship and its secrets, Dashi and his team try to understand the alien data. Just when they think they can't figure it out, the Santi aliens suddenly help by making the data easy to read. Taking this unexpected help, Jin and Dashi's bosses wear virtual reality helmets and start talking to the aliens. Beginning a new stage of interaction, the aliens shared that their deep study of humans has shown them that humans often lie and cheat. They use these lies to gain power and wealth at the expense of others. However, despite these bad traits, humans are very smart and can quickly find ways to solve their problems. The aliens noted that human development over the last 50 years has surprised them. They are concerned that by the time they reach Earth in 400 years, humans might be too powerful for the aliens to handle. To deal with this possible threat from a distance, the aliens created a very advanced artificial intelligence, AI system that covers the whole Earth. This AI not only lets the aliens watch what humans do, but also lets them change events on Earth, like messing with the laws of physics, which has confused scientists. What people thought were stars lighting up were actually the aliens' AI computers working. These computers can stop human technological advances and can even get rid of scientists who don't follow the aliens' rules, making sure humans don't get too advanced. As the aliens make their AI system visible in the sky, a huge eye appears, now seen by everyone on Earth. Jin and the officers take off their virtual reality helmets and see the sky turned completely black, reflecting the chaos happening on Earth. In a daring move, the aliens send a message on all electronic screens around the world, rudely calling humans just bugs. Now, the sky above humanity is covered by the aliens' AI, which controls what people can see. News quickly spreads worldwide about aliens coming to destroy all technology and kill scientists. This causes widespread fear and chaos, and armies are called in to keep order. During this crisis, a very important meeting is held at the United Nations, where countries come together to plan how to defend against the alien threat. They realize they have 400 years until the aliens arrive, giving them plenty of time to prepare. In the midst of this fear and planning, Jin meets Wenji, who is now viewed as a big enemy because she helped the aliens contact Earth. Despite this, Jin promises to stay brave. Meanwhile, Dashi's boss organizes a global meeting of the remaining scientists to collect as much information as possible about the aliens, including what they eat, where they live, and how they survive. The scientists suggest building a device, a probe, to send into space. They plan for this probe to hit an alien spaceship to learn more about the alien technology. Under Jin's direction, after many years of hard work, they create a probe that can travel at the speed of light. This big project is expensive and cannot have a human on board because of weight limits. The team comes up with a risky and debated idea to include a human brain in the probe to make it better. The brain would need to be from a very smart person, but it would mean the end of that person's life. Remembering a colleague with terminal cancer who has only a short time to live, Jin asks him, understanding how important the mission is, he agrees to give his brain, sacrificing his life for the possible rescue of humanity. The probe, now with the scientist's brain, is sent into space. It moves towards the alien spaceship as planned. But, in a sad twist, just as it gets close, the probe changes its direction. This sudden shift shows a failure in their mission, making the scientists' brave sacrifice seem in vain. After the first plan failed, they come up with a new one. They bring in a major from India to oversee building a base on the moon, which they plan to use as a key spot to fight the aliens. The story then moves to Tatiana, who had run away earlier. She is now hiding, waiting for signs from the aliens. Meanwhile, we see Dashi arriving at a United Nations meeting with a scientist named Sohan, who is friends with both Augie and Jin. At the meeting, UN leaders say that the aliens' AI in the sky can spot any activity on Earth. This means if humans make any strong weapon, the aliens will know right away and make their defenses stronger. However, there is still some hope. After lots of research, scientists find a weakness in the alien AI. It can watch what humans do and change what they see, but it cannot read human thoughts. This makes them realize that the human brain is our best weapon against the alien threat. With this in mind, the UN starts a very secret new project. Only 3 people know the details of this mission, which aims to trick the aliens using only their minds. These 3 are given total power to carry out their plan without telling anyone else to keep it hidden from the aliens. Saul is one of these 3 strategists. As the story goes on, we find Dashi, Jin, and Saul in a place full of bugs. Dashi thinks about how the aliens called humans just bugs, stressing that even though the aliens might look down on them, humans have a strong will to live and adapt. He says that when it comes to defending their lives, humans will do whatever is necessary. With these strong words, the season ends, leaving viewers wondering what will happen next in humanity's fight against the alien invaders.